been watching my channel and seeing that I'm just doing videos about weather and wildfires. That's a trend. And right now I want you to listen up to geopolitical stuff that I have to say. And I would like to ask you kindly to excuse my appearance here in the kitchen of my mobile operations here and the lack of a shirt. I don't have the extra money right now to do my laundry. So I did, though, however, buy this new jacket that you have never seen me in. And, this is really the most important thing that you'll want to notice. Now, I'm just going to look at this here because I was studying. I'm ongoing research for Roosevelt. You'll see in the tabs up above, and you'll see on the screen. I'm just going to show you. See Eleanor Roosevelt. These are the books that I've been studying, and then I've got the other websites. But I left the books open on here. You can see Google Books, and I've left those open. I'll just show you a little bit more. Here's a little paperback on it. Very good book. This is by one of the Roosevelt's sons. Here is the Roosevelt woman. Just got. Oh, this is an interesting book. People's Almanac, number 2. As if I read number 1. And then I have this little ditty that I've been using for the background. That's John Jacob Astor. Colonial times and into the early America. Geopolitically, okay? Why should you listen to me? Well, if you're interested, which I'm sure later on most of you will be, I give it within a few years. Right now, if you're listening 2014 or 2015, you might not know who I am or why you should listen or take it serious. But I'm putting out this series of books now, which is a civil-logical world history. And in the United States of America section, I have delineated the different material, the different topics. So the Roosevelt period is important in its own right because of what's going on today. You look at the Ukraine, you look at this thing that they call the World War III, as we're going to describe it. What is it? What is this thing? Okay, and you hear people like LaRouche, who I have a lot of respect for. I appreciate his ideas, but obviously he's earned his right to toot his horn. He's 90 years old now, born in 1922. In fact, I was just going to do his chart. This is a chart here of somebody that it's not the actual. I'm rectifying the chart. It's called horoscope rectification. But his birthday, I think, is September 8th, 1922. He's earned the right to toot his horn. I just tune all that out about his ego or self-declaration of being an expert, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm an expert, but sometimes we say that because we're in this battle uh, with talking heads, idiots, stupid stooges, punks. Well, maybe not. We can't call them punks, but they're just plastic people, agents who have been put into power for, being used by this bigger scheme of things, which is fine. Maybe that's what's going on with me too. But let's get specific here, because LaRouche keeps talking about World War III, and I'm sure that you want to get some more sense of that. How close are we? Well, Bay of Pigs, 62. If you want to look at it as a boxing match, JFK Kennedy versus Soviet Khrushchev. What is his name? Nikolai Khrushchev? I may have got the first name slightly wrong. Well, Khrushchev inherited everything from Stalin, who kept power into the 50s. Way after Truman, way after Roosevelt, and even way after Churchill. Well, Churchill had a long history, lucky for him. But Stalin handing things over to Khrushchev, and then you got this Cold War crisis, which is going to heat up that so-called coldness. So the fear or the threat or the prediction of imminent nuclear war has been going on a while. You have these periods of high points of it, and right now we come to another one. So I'm saying LaRouche is warning about thermonuclear warfare and the extinction of humanity. Okay? Nobody wants to hear about that. Here, let me put on a different hat for you, people, everybody out there. My kindergartners. Not all of you, because some of you are not kindergartners. Oh, look at that. It's the redneck wearing his hat in his trailer doing a video. Where's my beer? Here it is. That's not a beer, by the way. If you could rewind that, that was a soda can. Natural soda that I drink once a year. Thanks for appreciating the humor. Now, nuclear or thermonuclear warfare, you went from atomic bombs, nuclear bombs. They said they had neutron bombs. Where they are, I don't see them. And then, it's a hydrogen bomb, and then they use uranium and plutonium, of course. Well, I don't know if they use plutonium per se, but it produces plutonium in the periodic table of elements for all you scientists out there. Now, but this generally thought of as nightmare vision of war, which we haven't done all out. I believe there's been enough tests that they've ruined the world enough, and that's threatening to people. That's not just Cold War. When you're testing out hundreds of, have you ever seen graphic analysis, a basic animation of all the boom, 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 boom every year since the Cold War started post 1945? Have you ever seen that? They just don't relent, these warmongers. Not that I'm not a warmonger myself, but I have my different reasons about that. But thermonuclear war is nothing to joke about. Even though we do joke just as dark humor to get off some of the tension. But why is this going to be thought of as a nuclear war threat? Why is it? Why is he saying that? Okay? Because it's like crying wolf. If the boy cries wolf too much, then when something really happens, no one's going to listen. See, that's my point. But we can't get away from this problem of doubt. We can't get away. Because if we stop worrying about it, it's liable to creep up on us and the enemies of humanity. You know, if they know that people's minds are off it, they're going to be able to put it upon us quicker or easier. That's what they're going to do. So, God forbid if you believe in that thing, that sort of thing. I do. So I don't care what you believe. You know, if you're behind the curve, that's your own problem. But keep listening regardless. Oops, what happened? I didn't want to do that. Just want to bring it over a little. Right there. We'll put it off the screen to there. Yeah. So let's take a look at the globe. What am I not? I'm not on free flow. I need to get on free flow so we can see the world. Where is that? Where's the options? So as I'm looking for this, I'm going to still try to talk to you. I'm multitasking. So our concern about the world war really has to do with preventing it. You know, we're just we're just not going to have. We cannot give this up. We cannot give off the awareness and the pressure and the concern about it. We can't. So oh, here it is. There it is. Okay, I found it. There's the key one. Gradually slow the earth. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, so let's keep this going here. Let's get it like this. Okay. Let's put it that way. Alright. This planet of ours is beautiful. Look at it. Just look at it. Look at her, as they say. The Mother Earth. Without it, we don't have anything. There may be aliens and, you know, some kind of enemy base behind the moon or on the moon if they're covering it up with a hologram. I don't know. There are secret bases even on the earth and in the ground. There's DUMBs, DUMBs, and a whole bunch of stuff. Look into the Virginia/Colorado earthquakes several years ago. By the way, the Washington Monument just opened again after being damaged from that seismic activity, artificial seismic activity, probably. Speaking of nuclear, why do we have to be worried about an all-out war? And how would it come about? How would it start? You know, that's what all this speculation's about. That's probably why you tuned in here. And I'm just saying we're far away from that because the economic situation has to collapse even further than it has. We're not at that point yet. When you see that type of a thing happening, because there was an adjustment since 2008. Okay, just remember that. There was an adjustment. And when this adjustment occurred, we had recovery that, you know, in a sense that they could forestall the inevitable bigger crash. That's all that's going on right now with these bailouts and bail-ins and austerity measures. You know, this is not. They have to cook the books to make it work because they don't even follow any logical rules. You know, Greenspan, I told you a million times, said that, you know, he had flawed